All right, today we're going to learn a little new piece, and we're going to do something very simple with it, but it really is a powerful thing that we're going to learn and we're going to use later, particularly when we're trying to troubleshoot problems we're having with our code. All right, so first thing we're going to do is set up the same way we always do, and that is going to be to create a new sketch and then get rid of these lines so that all we have is our setup function. And then we're going to use a new function, and that function is console. Let's zoom in a little bit. Console.log. That's our new function. And I'm going to do an open parenthesis, and then I'm going to do a quote because I'm going to write some text. Mr. Dickey is the best. And then I have to have the close quote. So now when I run this, something didn't work. Helps if I spell console correctly. C-O-N-S-O-L-E. So the console, you may have noticed this thing down here at the bottom. I'm going to pull this up. And so we can see it's telling me some things. So what it told me was it did not know what the word C-O-S-L-O-E meant. Then it gave me some other stuff. But part of that error message was covered up when it was too far down. So if I pulled that up, I could see it. I'm going to run this again. I really need to learn how to spell, don't I? I really need to learn how to spell. So this is O-L-E. But again, we can see how it's telling me it doesn't know what that is, and it's telling me it's in line 6. Now, when that message popped up, I couldn't see that, could I? So if I scroll a little bit here, I could then see that. All right, now when I run it, I print some text here. So what the console log command does is say, take some text and print it down to the console. So far, so good. Now, why is that useful? Let's say I had a draw robot function. I'm going to pull my console down out of the way again. Let's say I had a function draw robot. Draw. I'll fix that in a second. There we go. Now it says draw robot. And let's say my robot was really simple. Now when I run it, I don't see my robot get drawn anywhere, do I? I'd be like, what's going on? If I put a console log statement inside draw robot, and this time I spelled console correctly, and then I put some text in there, my robot was drawn. Now, if the text my robot was drawn appears down in my console, then I will know that the draw robot function was called, but we see it wasn't. Now if I call draw robot, now when I run it, we'll see we printed the text Mr. Dickey is the best right here, and then we printed the text my robot was drawn. Not so bad, right? All right, so let's play with some of the mouse functions. I'm going to get rid of what I've already been doing here a little bit. So I'm going to go back to just my basic function. And I'm going to do my mouse pressed function that we learned last week. So now when I run this and I click the mouse, we can see it prints the text, right? And I could click it again and again and again, and I could keep clicking, and we get more and more of those. Not so bad, right? I'm going to do another one of our other mouse functions. Mouse released is another one of our functions. Oh, I forgot to do my close quote, so you can see how the parenthesis and the semicolon are still green. So I'm going to go ahead and put my close quote. So now when I run it, if I press and hold the mouse, I can see that mouse pressed was called. The mouse released function will be called as soon as I let go of the mouse, which I'm going to do right now. So now the mouse released function was called. So mouse pressed is called when I press the mouse button, but that's just when I touch it. I'm still holding it, and when I let go, the mouse release function gets called. Pretty cool, eh? So that is our console log, and that's one of the ways we're going to use it. We're going to use it a little bit more here in a few minutes to play with variables.